Welcome to Stuck in the Middle with You. Okay, I'm
I'm
gonna
good.
stop now.
Motherfucker. It's,
Motherfucker.
I'm surprised we made it. This is episode 9. I'm surprised we made it this far without being contacted by Jerry Rafferty's estate.
We're
Oh
not that
well.
important.
We will be, hopefully.
Someday.
I don't want to be.
Somewhere.
Oh man. Okay, that's good enough.
Okay, that's good enough. Okay, so.
Welcome to episode 9 of Stuck in the Middle with You, a podcast where two guys take a look at a critically divisive film. And, well, you know what we do here. Come on, this is episode 9.
Yeah.
Let's see on what side of the consensus we fall on. My name is Derek Gade, and my partner in crime's name is Juan Barkeen. Say hi, Juan.
Hi, Juan.
This was a fun one. I really liked this one.
I mean, I had fun with it. I don't know if I really liked it. I have like I almost feel like I came in expecting too much from a movie titled Chopping Mall.
That's right. We have decided to do Chopping Mall, the 1986 slasher, low-budget slasher by B. Auteur Jim Wynorski.
It's a movie. It's a movie with killer robots.
Yeah, it's called
which was
Chopping
originally
Mall.
Yeah.
It's called
apparently.
Chopping Mall. But originally, the working title was Killbots.
Which I think is a far, far better title. Like, I would have probably... I don't know, like, I feel like Chopping Mall sets the expectation high on, like, sheer genius level B-movie, but
I think that's because you attribute a lot of artistic value to the pun.
Of course I do.
Which I don't, so maybe that's why I'm not as disappointed.
I know, because you're terrible, and that's okay. But
I would have called this movie, well, Killbots, that's a good title, and that's what the robots are referred to in the credits, I would have called this movie Laser Taser Mall Cops.
No, it doesn't have the same ring as just, like, Killbots.
Laser Taser! Ah!
No.
Loser.
So back to that opening credits montage, because
that credits montage is something else, because it's
like the Koyaanisqatsi of like mall culture.
Kind of. Like right down to the sped up footage of a kid in an elevator with an ice cream cone.
No.
Then there's like people rush.
No. Because it wasn't just him in the it was the people, like the shot was of the people speedily entering and leaving it, but then it just like cuts to this close up of him covered in ice cream.
But they had this, no, they had the shot of him before with the ice cream before all those people.
It made no sense.
But a lot of the comedy in this film makes no sense. There's a lot of blackout gags. There's a lot of just weird, goofy shit in this movie. And which is weird because the intro of the film is kind of a fake out. It seems more like the kind of movie you're expecting from the title of Chopping Mall, where it's just like a ruffian breaking windows, stealing jewelry, and being basically leveled by these inferior versions of the robots from RoboCop.
Basically. And like then you find out it's a short film within a film.
It's a promotional short, and in the audience watching this are, for some reason that me and Juan can't make heads or tails of, are Paul Bartel and Mary Woronov reprising their characters from the Paul Bartel film Eating Raoul.
Which makes no sense whatsoever, but I will admit they were one of my favorite parts of that movie because like they were just killing it with this ridiculous line delivery, and
Goofy
that is exactly
shit.
Like that goofiness is exactly what I wanted from this movie, like through and through. Which yes, it has its beats of it, but like it's not as good as like just Paul Bartel turning over to her and being like, "They remind me of your mother. It's the laser eyes." And like it's just
but here's
such a stupid line.
All the lines that they say are stupid. Mary Woronov turns to Paul Bartel beforehand and says, "They remind me of the Three Stooges." In what universe do these killbots look like the Three Stooges?
I know.
And then Paul Bartel tells Mary Woronov, I think you have the full line. I only have a part of it.
I think he said something about
he
like
doesn't
the middle
like the
one
in the middle because he has an unpleasant ethnic quality about him.
Yes, an unpleasantly ethnic quality,
which just like as dumb as it's the dumbest thing ever, and it kind of sets the tone for the rest of the film. So
but I don't think I don't think the film maintains that level of like sheer giddy dumbness, even though it is like dumb as shit. And I don't know, like again, maybe I'm expecting more.
I'm going to disagree with you on that
Are
specific
you?
because it so nakedly embraces cliche. It is so prototypical. It is so lean. It can't help but like be this giddy celebration of slasher film cliche, bolstered by goofy humor and like movie dork name drops. Because it wouldn't be a B slasher if it weren't for like completely obvious like movie name drops.
I think now that you mentioned that, there's this one bit where well, let me set up the movie. There's a bunch of like there's these three couples in the mall having a little like mini party, and then surprise, they get attacked by fucking haywire robots who like essentially
Freak
just
electrical storm,
freak
short
electrical
circuits the
storm.
computers.
Shocking.
It's no, I mean it is like if we're just going to analyze this film,
It's by the books
for
as
plot.
fuck.
No, it's completely by the books because the characters, they have names, but they might as well be called Jock, Nerd, Free Spirit, Good Girl, Tomboy, and the guy that reminds me of Otter, not Otter, but
Otter.
who's the dude that Peter Rybert plays in Animal House?
Dude, come on. Like, you act like I'm gonna remember that. Like,
Is it? No, it's Boone. He reminds me of Boone from Animal House.
okay, that works.
So let's go with
Boone from Animal House.
yeah.
Literally, the only names I remember from this movie are Freddie and Allison because they were like the I guess the quote unquote main couple.
Yeah, but
who like make it.
Who make it? Oh man, that's one of my favorite cheesy things in movies is when people refer to the act of sex as making it.
Oh no, that's not. Oh my god, no! I'm literally talking about the couple that like survives as making it, not like the couple that makes it. Because there were like no, not that couple.
I don't know if anyone refers to sex as making it in this film, but it feels.
I don't think they do, but it feels like the kind of world that they would.
Oh, definitely. So yeah, basically these they stay after hours to have a party that they're not supposed to have with the
dang youths.
These dang youths, and with the proviso that they'd get out after the mall locks down with like massive Star Trek steel doors.
Yeah, like they're so unnecessary. Like what fucking mall like has that kind of intensity? This is not a spaceship. This is a fucking mall.
But yeah, I mean, one thing leads to another. The killbots go haywire. They get cornered and they can't leave by the time that the mall goes under lockdown, and they have to survive the night. They have to beat the killbots.
So
it is the dumbest plot, but it's really fun.
It is the dumbest plot in the world. But I have to say, like, okay, so the first kill scene is like the dude who runs the supercomputer, and like he literally gets
who has like a
killed.
Passing resemblance for like a contemporary David Cronenberg.
Barely. I mean, I can kind of see
it. Yes,
it
like, has barely. Same big glasses, kind of slender face.
Okay, if you say so. But anyway, he's looking at a porn magazine. He's just looking at titties. Yeah. He's staring at titties, and then he gets killed, and it kills him through the porn magazine.
Yeah, basically
it just shoots out this fucking, like, I don't know, like,
these killbots have, like, a grappling hook or something?
A grappling hook that can magically, like, slice through a throat? I don't
that's like,
understand.
No, I think that's, like, their taser. I think that's, like, a taser dart at the end of it.
No, because, like, how would that slash through their throat?
I don't know. I don't care.
Listen,
really.
No, I have a lot of issues with, like, their killing style and, like, just their design. Like, it frustrates me as someone who, like...
They kind of look like, if you remember BattleBots, man?
Yes.
Imagine, like, BattleBots crossed with the character of Alpha from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
No.
And that's basically what these killbots look like.
But that's the thing, like, I'm fine with how they look. I don't give a shit about how they look. I'm bothered by the fact that they're killing. I don't get it. I don't get their skills. So, like, the entire movie essentially, like, sets them up as, like, these...
unstoppable killing machines?
Yeah, but, like, they're unstoppable just through the fact that they can, like, grapple you and, like, tase you. And then, all of a sudden, like after this really gratuitous shot of like one of the characters' asses just like bouncing up and down the hallway in like this little like Playboy bunny
Oh, that's right.
underpants, her just
no,
ass
this
just moving. I was
no
like,
this
oh my
movie
God, Michael Bay saw this.
this movie follows the great '80s tradition of completely gratuitous TNA.
Oh, of course, because I mean, this dude ended up making Busty Cops, so
That's
like,
right.
of course, this would
But
have that.
here's the thing with this is also, I just want to point out one thing in this regard is that the restaurant where two of the girls work at has like a gym changing room.
Yes,
I've never
I've never seen that in my entire life ever, but it's amazing.
It is, oh man.
Okay,
Like I
so
said, there's a kind of naked embrace of tropes and artifice in this movie. I don't know if it was deliberate, but I'm fully on board with it.
yeah. Anyway, what I was
Anyway,
trying to get to was that after this shot and like just seeing these robots essentially kill people through like really basic fucking just
lasers and
like
tasers.
no lasers whatsoever. No lasers whatsoever at that point.
Really hung
They
up on like
no.
the
All of a
robot killing
sudden,
abilities.
yes, all of a sudden, out of fucking nowhere, the thing just starts shooting lasers, and I'm like, wait, why didn't it shoot lasers before? Like, it makes no sense. It just exploded her fucking head. And like, okay, like they seemed really cheap and innocuous outside of like minor murder capabilities.
Minor murder.
I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's true. They were so basic. Like I'm just gonna push you. Like I'm gonna hit you with this grappling.
Maybe
and this
they've got like
taser.
maybe they got like a limited supply of like a laser fire. I don't know.
No, because after the first laser, which exploded her fucking head, the laser gets so like the laser shots get so fucking gratuitous, like, and like the
Their
lasers are
programming
really
their programming's all fucked up, man. I mean,
I know, but the lasers are
maybe
so
that's why.
inconsistent. Like, I know this isn't something I should complain about in like a trashy low budget movie, but like sometimes they bounce off mirrors, sometimes they cut through steel, sometimes they just like lightly burn someone and like make it look like a gunshot. Like it makes no fucking sense
All right,
whatsoever.
so weapon consistency, like we
I
go from
want weapon consistency.
here's the thing, we go from White House Down, which has a massive amount of tech fetishism, to a Chopping Mall, which has zero tech fetishism. It's
I
mostly just a
know.
means to an end. Who cares?
I know, but I'm bitter. But anyway,
But
this like
I'm less on board for the weapons consistency, but more for the goofy humor. I'd like to point out one gag early on
oh
where
please.
we're still at the restaurant and they're having this where the two
Oh
female
my
leads are
God, you're
having a
fucking
conversation.
yeah, I know exactly what you're
And
gonna bring
first of all,
up.
just that whole interaction with the chef and the plate of pizza just shattering on the ground, and that's just bonkers. But that whole sequence ends with sort of a slovenly customer signaling to the two waitresses who are a bit further off in the distance, "Waitress, more butter," and then an immediate cut to the next scene. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Some of the cuts in this movie are like they make no
Inspired.
sense whatsoever.
Oh, I was gonna say some of them are really inspired.
Some of them are really inspired, some of them are terrible.
Well, I want to point out two of them.
Okay, go ahead.
There's one that's a smash cut from a cheesy sci-fi movie, a black and white sci-fi movie that's playing on television during
Oh my God,
this
that's
party.
right.
Smash cut to someone ringing a mop, with gray goop in it, and that mop is being pushed by legendary character actor Dick Miller.
Who gets killed off after like a span of what, like 2 minutes?
And total waste of Dick Miller's capabilities here.
I know. Also, I want to mention, like, I'm very curious to what happened to those two other janitors who
they
were
left,
like,
dude.
antagonizing him.
They left. They
I know, but why didn't they get killed on the way out? Like, I feel bitter that like everyone else struggled so much
because they had their ID badges, I guess.
Listen, everyone had their fucking ID badges.
I would like to point out that when the jock dude gets killed, he doesn't keep his ID still. It's very probable that the robot couldn't read.
Oh my God, I hate you so much.
I mean, this is a thing that I'm discovering about us during this podcast, is that I can suspend my disbelief way more than you can.
I can absolutely suspend my disbelief. That's why I watch fucking Fast and Furious movies, Derek.
Yeah, I know, but I'm better at it than you.
Well, I'm better than you. Whatever. Okay, Derek.
And the second cut, the particularly inspired cut, I think my favorite cut in the film, was a cut from Dick Miller's freshly electrified corpse right into the frat dude saying, smoking's bad for you. It's bad for your health.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you
It's terrible.
so and so.
Oh my God.
And which leads to another completely gratuitous shot of titties.
Yes, it does.
Probably the most gratuitous shot of titties in the film.
This movie does a lot of gratuitous titty shots.
I got a note here that says casual sexual assault is so 1980s.
Oh my God.
Because there's a lot of kind of casual titty grabbing, butt grabbing. There's a lot of
It is very 1980s though.
Really, really intense displays of affection.
Okay, so speaking of intense displays of affection, can we talk about the first time that Freddie and Allison meet? And like, they're both so worried because they're like, I don't know what this girl and this guy are gonna look like.
You mean Ferdy, right?
What?
His name's not Freddie, it's Ferdy.
Oh, it's Ferdy? Oh my God.
He's got to have like some dumbass nerd name because that's like the law.
That makes so much sense. Okay, so Ferdy and Allison, when they meet for the first time.
Allison played by the great Carrie Maroney from fan favorite Night of the Comet.
Love her.
She's really good in this movie.
She really is good. She's so much better in Night of the Comet though, but whatever, that's
Night of the Comet's also a better movie.
Yeah, it is. But so like Ferdy and Allison meet for the first time and she just literally like she spins around really slowly in the chair while this really cheesy 80s music plays.
The music in this movie is fucking amazing.
Yes, it is amazing. I will stand by that. But they just look at each other and it goes, "Hi. And like the people around them like obviously make fun of this too because like it's such like it's so giddy and ridiculous and I loved every moment of that scene. Like,
well, in terms of performance in this film, I mean the acting isn't great, but it's like funnily exaggerated.
But I feel like everyone knows enough about what
everyone knows in what kind of movie they are. I mean,
yes.
I mean, especially like vets like Paul Bartel and Mary Warrenoff, Dick Miller.
Well, no shit. I mean, but they were in it for like the span of what, like 2 minutes.
They were in there in that movie for like 2 minutes apiece. Yeah,
exactly. I really like this movie when it gets especially ridiculous,
and
it doesn't always.
Pretty often because
pretty often.
I'd like to point to Barbara Crampton's death scene, aka the Free Spirit.
Okay.
Where she gets zapped in the leg, then kind of crawls kind of poorly, and you think that the killbot's going to run her over, but instead, because the other girls brought like Molotov cocktails, she gets set on fire and just burns there.
Yeah,
that
like
whole
the thing just shoots.
Is completely ridiculous, but really amusing.
That was like probably one of my like. I didn't care that much for that death scene. I kind of thought some of the death scenes were a little like too underwhelming. This other couple, the one that owns her business and her boyfriend.
Yeah, the tomboy and Boone.
Yeah, tomboy and Boone. That works. These are good little things.
Yeah, so archetypal are these characters that we can just name them like that.
Their death scene was so like blah. It just happened. Like I was so disappointed because they were actually like kind of cool characters, comparatively speaking to like other characters in this movie, and like I don't know, like I wanted more. Tomboy had one of my absolute favorite lines in the movie, which like she's just exasperated after dealing with all of this bullshit and like watching her friends get killed and stuff, or not friends, her like these people get killed. She puts her hands on her head, falls down, and goes, "I guess I'm not used to being chased around a mall in the middle of the night by killer robots."
Oh my god! I'm all for that.
I love it.
I am fully
like my
on
favorite
board.
line, but like she was wasted.
I forget who says this line. I think it's Boone, the Boone character.
Mm-hmm.
Although, yeah, I think it's the Boone character, and they're about to like go and unload some shells into the robots, and he says, "Let's go send these fuckers a Rambogram."
Oh my god! Yes.
And this is after the nerd character says, in reply to, "Do you know how to use a handgun?" He says, "Yes, I've seen Dirty Harry 24
times. 24 times. And immediately following that, they have this beautifully ridiculous standoff between these three men shooting guns and this machine shooting lasers, and then the tank of gas that like Like, okay, this is one of like my least favorite cuts in the movie.
All right.
They shoot the fucking tank of gas that like explodes in front of the robot and like essentially we assume kills it, but like we just see the explosion happen. They cut back to the men like in a just giant pile of smoke, and then it cuts away to the two women in the air vent, and then like it's literally just them talking and her being like, "Oh, I'm kind of worried," and then just cutting straight back to the guys.
Oh, that was a
It
weird
makes
cut.
no sense whatsoever because that standoff is such like a well done scene, and then they just insert these like women talking, and like I don't know, like it was just such a garbage scene just inserted in there because they could have just had the air vent moment immediately after they finished the standoff or immediately before they finished the standoff. Also, why do the robots have different color lasers?
They're like Ninja Turtles, man. I mean, you gotta differentiate them.
I hate this movie.
You don't. That's a lie.
I don't feel like I could like actively recommend this movie to
Like
people.
I would buy this movie on like Blu-ray.
I know you would buy this movie on Blu-ray. You're terrible. Anyway,
I would like to point out that this film's score, as I mentioned before, is fucking great because I'm sure the guys who scored the video game Doom listened to this score at one point and I'm like,
probably
yeah, that's what we gotta do because it's so deliciously 80s and synthy and
it's like
action-y.
the peak of 80s scores.
It's like peak 80s action synth score. It's
not
really
even
fun.
just action synth because it bounces pretty reasonably between like these like thrillery beats and
even the
like
sort
that
of lighter
romantic fucking
that like sort of light legato moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
The music in the film was composed by one Chuck Sereno, who other than
what else has he done?
He has scored the direct-to-video sequel to Deathstalker 2,
Wow.
the Return of the Swamp Thing, and
Impressive.
is a most popular credit according to IMDb is a TV series called The Lair, which is directed by low-budget cinema legend Fred Olen Ray. And let me read this out for you, the IMDb summary of this.
Oh boy.
The Lair is a private gay club run by vampires who use the club as a source for attractive young men to feed from. Tom, a local journalist in the small island town, begins digging into the anonymous bodies turning up drained of blood, endangering his boyfriend, and coming to the attention of the head vampire Damien, who sees Tom as the reincarnation of his own dead lover.
I'm gonna go download this like immediately. Oh my god.
Oh my god, man. That sounds like a hoot and a half, man.
This sounds like the most me show ever. I'm like 1000% sure Alan Ball saw this before starting his career. Like, when did this come out?
It's an ongoing series. It started in 2007.
Oh my god, no. So this is post Alan Ball's existence. Oh my god, this is
gay vampires, man. A gay vampire mystery.
Gay vampire mystery. I need this in my life. Oh my god.
I thought you would get a kick out of that.
This is magnificent. Oh my god. I'm so excited now. This suddenly, this just makes everything so much better. But,
I'd like to point out also that Carrie Maroney, this is the second straight movie in which her unseen father, or maybe we see her father in Night of the Comet, where her father is a military type. Because her dad's a Marine in this movie. And it's also another movie where she's a crack shot.
I kind of love that, Kelly Maroney just, gets placed into these situations where she just solves everything around, people who don't always solve everything. Now that I think about it, this trope of, young woman who has a military-ish background saving the day kind of plays out still to this date way more than I expected it to.
What, G.I. Jane or some shit?
Not just G.I. Jane, but I was just thinking oh my god, that's You're Next plays into that trope pretty well. And although it jokes about it as well. You're Next in general just jokes about a lot of things. But yeah.
It jokes about the existence of Joe Swanberg.
Yeah. The whole world should joke about the existence of Joe Swanberg,
I
and
don't.
also it
I
jokes
don't.
about the existence of Ty West.
I don't have an opinion on Mr. Swanberg or Mr. West for that matter. I've only seen one of his movies,
See,
and I've seen a grand total of 0 Joe Swanberg jams. So,
really,
yep.
I've seen two,
How
two
are they?
directed by him, and I've
That-
seen all of Ty West's films except for Cabin Fever 2.
Did he do Cabin Fever too?
I believe he did.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, back to
You,
the film at hand.
yeah, you have like a billion notes. I only have that. I've exhausted pretty much all of
I'm
my
pretty
notes.
much like I'm
what have
pretty
you
much
got?
almost done with all my notes.
Keep going. I love this kind of cheesy, fun 80s slasher thing.
I know you do.
It's just so pleasant. I don't know if this movie is rated like R. It's probably rated R because there's titties, right?
I would assume so. There's
But
titties and there's violence.
and there's like sort of implied sex. But
Yeah.
take that out. Take that. Like I think they needed that to get to the 77-minute mark.
Probably, but the
Can you
thing is,
imagine?
like,
And it's
no, because like apparently there's like an original cut of this movie that's like
It's an hour and a half.
93 minutes, and I don't understand how they could fucking fill up that time.
No, the
Unless
movie-
there's just like more Paul Bartel and Mary Warrenoff just like talking, because I would watch an entire movie of that. I feel like I should watch Eating Raoul now just because of them.
Yeah, the only Paul Bartel jam I've seen is Death Race 2000, which I really like.
Same, yeah.
And yeah, it's the movie where Sly Stallone didn't want to go bare ass, so he had just like a towel over his butt during a scene.
Which is a shame. But anyway,
I really like this movie in part because it's so short and lithe. Like I think that's like a plus. Like a lot of movies are like half hour too long.
that's true.
Like we did Sex and the City earlier in this podcast run. That movie was like 45 minutes too long.
I know you hated Sex and the City and Jolene's length. Whatever.
But it's not just these movies. It's like most movies.
No, it's true. I think
half
most
hour too
most movies are too bloated for their own good.
I can't imagine this movie being a couple reels longer.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's only about 80 minutes is like perfect because it doesn't stop for a second. There's always something happening.
Oh, I mean, like, I think it takes its sweet time to get to where it, hang on. That is not how I feel about this movie. That is how I feel about White House Down. But I think it took its, I don't know. Maybe I am expecting a little too much from this tiny ass movie. Maybe it's because like I just saw like Ex Machina, and like I also spent a lot of time like wondering like, how much self-awareness and intelligence on like how to manipulate themselves and the objects around them do these robots have? Because like there's this one bit where like the robot literally just like, creeps into this like crevasse in like the wall in like the mall, and then it just turns itself off and waits patiently.
Here's the answer. It doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't matter,
It doesn't
Derek,
fucking matter
but
at all.
like I'm curious sometimes. Again, I blame this all on like the fact that like I just saw Ex Machina, and I'm like very
Like you can
curious
toss
about
you can like toss questions at the diegesis all you want, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter.
I know it doesn't really matter, and it's a fun little movie, and blah blah blah, etc. etc.
Pretty much.
But yeah,
I think we've exhausted our topics on this one. I think it's time to go straight to recommendation. Not
I'm
recommendation.
sorry, I have not exhausted my topic because I still have to yell, "Hey, have a nice day," because that is a really beautiful final line for Kelly Maroney to just. Also, like, okay, I'm gonna like bring this up. I hate that like this fucking dude Ferdy just essentially plays dead the entire time she's saving the fucking day. And then he comes back to her and he's just like, and they're like, it's just like this like big romance shit. And I'm just like, I'm not here for this. You deserve better, girlfriend. Like,
They just met. I mean, this was like ostensibly their first date.
I know. And he played dead and she just did everything. Whatever. Anyway.
I don't know. I mean, she was more capable. He played dead because the robots wouldn't spot him. I'm fine with that. That's whatever.
I guess. Whatever. Anyway.
So it's time for ratings.
Clearly it's fresh for you, I would
I
assume.
think this is fresh. This was fun. This was a blast. I really like this one. It's a ridiculously goofy, violent without really being violent, really fun piece of work. It's so light on its feet and so enjoyable. So like it's a real unpretentious film. It doesn't have the pretense of being anything more than like a schlocky B movie, like B slasher, and I'm all for that. It's a fun time. get together with some friends, watch it alone. This is not a bad movie by any stretch of the imagination. This isn't like the kind of thing where it's like, oh, look at how shitty this movie is. It's really legitimately fun, and I highly recommend you see this movie.
I wouldn't call it good either, though. I don't see. This is where I fall into like my frustrating, like, do I give this a fresh? Do I give this a rotten? Because I wouldn't like actively recommend this as you should
I
totally
would
go
buy
out of
this
your
film.
way.
I
I
would
know
buy
you would
this
buy this film. You're terrible, and that's okay. I don't know. I don't know if I fall on the fresh or the rotten side. I almost want like I don't know. I don't know. I guess I don't know.
Listen to your heart, man.
Listen to your heart. Um, I'm not gonna keep singing. I'll give it a fresh. Why not?
This is the second time this has happened.
What, that I've been coaxed into like another?
That you've been coaxed specifically into a fresh rating by a movie I've recommended.
Have I? Wait, which one was
First
the
one
other
was
one?
Hardware.
I wasn't coaxed into that. I genuinely like from the very moment I saw that movie, I gave it a fresh. Like I knew that was gonna be a fresh. This one I actually have like
Oh no,
some
no,
trouble.
no. I coaxed you into a rotten.
Yeah, for White House Down. Because I was tempted to give it just a pass, but like I didn't want to give it a pass. This is the exact opposite case of that.
So you're gonna give it a fresh?
Yeah, why not? I wouldn't actively recommend it, but it is a fun movie.
It's a qualified fresh.
Yeah, it's a fun enough movie that I don't think deserves a rotten. I wouldn't like actively, again, I just wouldn't be recommending it to everybody. I think it's a very like specific niche of people who will enjoy this movie.
So a qualified fresh from you and a full-on fresh from me. We agree
Yes.
again.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're so amazing. And I kind of just like really want to go watch Eating Raoul.
I should probably get on that.
Without further ado, Derek, I'm going to go ahead and make my recommendation.
All right, go ahead.
Because you picked the movie.
That's right.
My recommendation, as I mean, it should be pretty obvious, is going to be Night of the Comet because I fucking loved Night of the Comet when I saw it. I remember finding it because it was Jason Eisner. Jason Eisner of Hobo with a Shotgun fame posted or reblogged a
rad dude, Jason Eisner.
He really is. I fucking love his blog and everything. He always posts about like these great 80s movies. And he reblogged a photo set of Night of the Comet that I thought was the most gorgeous fucking thing in the world. And I believe
shot
you had
after
just
power shot.
Yeah, exactly. And I believe you had also recently seen it, and I brought it up to you, and you were just like, "Oh, you should watch that movie." And I'm like, "You know what? Let's do it." And I fucking adored it so much. Catherine Mary Stewart and Kelly Maroney are like a perfect girl power duo. This movie is so, I don't want to say like ahead of its time.
It's a post-apocalyptic adventure film set in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and it's only like $700,000. Like it's gorgeously shot. It
Good
has
use of
this
orange.
This aesthetic that they come up with is just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, no, I really dig that movie. I think everyone should watch it. It has a double positive from us. So, do that. So what's your recommendation this week, Derek?
My recommendation is, the link is going to be the free spirit of the film, Barbara Crampton. She was in a little movie called Re-Animator, directed by Stuart Gordon.
Which is a delightful movie.
Which is another one of these delightful, schlocky 80s jams that I'm entirely on board with. Jeffrey Combs is the man. He's really good in this.
Absolutely.
I really like, it has one of my favorite sort of intro credit sequences. It's really gross and really, really funny, and it's amazing. It's really cool. Re-Animator! Get on it.
Awesome.
So, Juan, I didn't ask you what we're watching in 2 weeks. What are we watching in 2 weeks? I don't know.
So I gave you a little taste of what the film was gonna be, and it's a pretty old film. I don't think I've seen it in like a decade, maybe a little less. But I'm very curious to revisit it, and it conveniently has a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it stars two women who I pretty much adore. One of whom I think is totally underrated, and her name is Uma Thurman.
Okay.
And it also stars Meryl Streep.
Uma Thurman and Meryl Streep.
Yes, this movie is about two women who get a new and unusual perspective on the doctor-patient relationship in this romantic comedy.
I'm still drawing a blank.
Really? Okay, so like it's Prime. It's like
Prime?
yeah, it's called Prime. It's Uma Thurman's like she just went through a divorce and she starts seeing a therapist, which is Meryl Streep.
I have no
And
fucking idea what this is.
really? Okay, so like
None.
Uma Thurman meets this guy and it ends up being that he's the son of the therapist that she's seeing.
Oh no.
So yeah,
Prime.
I just love Uma Thurman and Meryl Streep, and I feel like that's kind of guiding it. And I haven't seen this movie in like forever, but I'm very curious to see if it's actually decent or not.
Is this 2005?
Yeah, 2005 or 2006, I'm pretty sure. Yes, 2005, according to RT.
All right, so 2 weeks from now we are doing Prime,
Prime
directed by
Ben Younger.
Ben Younger. If you're interested in seeing Juan and I's writing, we have a website, themthehouselights.com. That's where all of our long-form film criticism goes. We also work with 3 other writers, Michelle Arf, Chris Mello, and Ross Burks. We're also on Twitter. I'm at Derek_G. Juan is at Woah, W-O-A-H, it's Juanito. And we're also on Letterboxd at the same place. If you're interested in listening to our back catalog, our other episodes, you can go to our site's Tumblr page, which is sitmwypodcast.tumblr.com. There you'll find links to our Twitters, our letterboxes, our RSS feed, and also a link to our iTunes show page. You can subscribe to us on iTunes, leave us a review, give us a rating, give us some feedback, man. We crave that. Our other writing online, you can find me at Sound On Sight. You can find Juan at Yam Magazine and the Miami New Times. I think that's everything. So, yeah, we're doing Prime in 2 weeks, and so see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Goodbye, everybody. Have a nice day.